Waiting for the right time to break in. The Bruins have another social media post out there. Marco Sturm is the new head coach
Sara
of
Civian,
your Boston Bruins.
Sara Civian got it. Marco Sturm, the new coach of the Boston Bruins.
It was one of the three she said.
Sara Civian, if you could have bet a trifecta and gotten in there. What are your thoughts on Marco Sturm?
I mean, I like what he's doing in the AHL. I liked his run with Team Germany when he almost won in a huge upset in 2018. I think he was kind of one of those popular names a few years ago and just kind of faded a little bit due to just the volume of the amount of kind of good new names out there. But he's been really good building his resume in the AHL and doing what he's had to do. Obviously, he had a stint with the Bruins, and the Bruins love hiring people who had a stint with them. So I think it's good. I kind of like not just like the old man coaching carousel decision.
Okay, so he's obviously the last coach Sweeney can hire. Wouldn't you agree with that? Unless Sweeney's around for a long time.
I mean, I thought that was one coach ago, but we all know the feeling on that. I mean, I think at this point, with Cam Neely, he has to realize, this is his last one.
Okay, so, Sarah, this is something that has been talked a little bit about when it looked like Marco Sturm was the front runner, that, as you just said, the Bruins love hiring people that they know that have either played with him or been part of the organization. And it does seem, on its face to be like, well, are they just doing what they always do and kind of taking an easy way out? Or is this more commonplace around the league? I mean, is this something that is it's certainly not unique to the Bruins, but do other teams do this with the same frequency that the Bruins seem to, hiring someone that's already a part of the organization or was a part of the organization in some way?
I mean, definitely. You got Rick Tocchet in Philadelphia. You have Rod Brindamore in Carolina. And Rod was kind of an unpopular hire for the Hurricanes at first. And look what he did now. I think it does help to have a passion for the franchise. So I'll give him credit there. And also, Sturm's name has kind of been around circles forever in every coaching search. So I feel like this one's pretty valid.
What do you think the leash on this team is? What do you think expectations are? When should they be competing again? When do you think that's like a realistic date?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because for the first time in forever, they were sellers at the deadline, and it's kind of like, it's not waving a white flag. It's knowing you're going to not be in that competition for a few years so you can actually compete for the cup itself, maybe again in 5 years. I'll give it 5 years, which that's a long time, but it is what it is, right?
It's a little longer than I think the base expectation of a lot of Bruins fans.
Yeah.
Why do you think it would take that long?
I just think you look at the cupboard with the prospects, there's just kind of absolutely nobody. And it's been nice to be competitive in the playoffs for years, but that was the cost, right? And now I need to see what Don Sweeney's going to do at the draft itself, because you remember the one draft that haunts him forever. He has to redeem himself for that. And then there's work to be done. It takes a few years to kind of get top picks in the system and acclimated. And I mean, you wonder what's going to happen with the higher salary cap this year in the off season and what moves they can make. But I don't have the best confidence in Sweeney's drafting right now, so I'd like to see a significant bounce back on that. And there's too many question marks there.
Yeah, they have so many positions to fill that, literally, they just don't have roster pieces. But they do have a lot of cap money. Have you heard anything? Do you think there's any chance they're going to make a run at anyone big?
I don't know if it's the time for that.
Right.
I mean, I think Sweeney's trying to show that he can build foundational pieces for the future. You still have Pasternak at the end of the day. And you know what, though? Swayman could bounce back. I don't see him going anywhere but up after last season if he truly is that number one goalie. But if he's not, then you're in for a few years of kind of figuring it out.
You're friends with Ty Anderson, right?
Yeah, that's bestie.
Okay, well, first of all, congratulations on getting up, because you share a trait that he does not have, which is being on time. What time is it there in
Edmonton? All night. He's up all night.
Well, not. Well, then he's asleep in the morning. What time? What time did you go to sleep last night?
Oh, 2:30 in the morning. I was buzzing with the city of Edmonton and just writing, and it's just I do feel blessed to be able to be here for a Stanley Cup. So
And then
I was
what?
up trying to do my all.
And what time did you get up this morning to do the show?
6:30.
All right, so you're going on 4 hours sleep. So first of all, tell Ty that, and Ty is also hell bent on them getting Mitch Marner. He gets very incredulous should you suggest that that's not the right move.
I like that. I think Marner could thrive elsewhere. He thrives in Toronto, other than the postseason, obviously. But I just think you look at that, and to me, where is Austin Matthews? Why are people not criticizing Austin Matthews? He's supposed to be twice the goal scorer Marner is. Marner's like a Selke caliber two-way player, and he isn't expected to get that many goals. He's expected to get the points that he got this postseason until the last few games. So he isn't getting help from Matthews. So I would really love to see him somewhere else. And if the Bruins have the money for it, why not have that be one of your pieces?
All right. Well, Sarah, you're the best. Thank you for getting up and talking to us. You're the only person we know in Edmonton that we had any desire to have on the show. So thank you for doing that. You were on during Breaking Hockey News, which is very exciting. We will talk to Ty, and we'll say you co-signed for him and to excuse his tardiness when he does the show. Everyone, read Sara Civian on the Bleacher Report and listen to the Too Many Men podcast. Sara, thank you so much for coming on. If you like that clip, check out more videos from Toucher and Hardy here. For more Bruins analysis and opinion, hit this playlist.